Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I want to explanation or review the second material about semantic, and the material is dimension of meaning and lexical semantic. Firstly, I want to introduce myself. My name is Rosyadina. I'm from TBI A class. Okay, I will start review the material. The first material is dimension of meaning. Do you know dimension of meaning? Dimension of meaning is any expression that has a relation between the utterance and the things or persons that being referenced in a language. Anything meaningful in a language is a linguistic expression. Linguistic expression may be a various length. We recognize three units of meaning. There are morpheme, which may be less than a word. The second is lexeme, roughly word and idiom. And the last is sentence. Generally, we can recognize three aspects of meaning in lexeme: the relation to phenomena outside language, the relation to people's attitude and feelings, and the relation to other lexeme, that have the same form, pronunciation, spelling, are homonyms. A single lexeme with a wide range of meaning is polysemous, but it is not always easy to decide if apparently different meaning for one form represent a range of meanings belong to a single lexeme or meanings of different lexeme, which are homonyms. The first is the denotation. Denotation is the literal meaning of or the actual definition of a word. Recently, I never beast like this before. An animal, especially large or dangerous for food one. And the second is connotation. Connotation is the effective or emotional meaning that associated to the next expression itself. The third is sense relation. Sense relation is a relation between words in a utterance or sentence that contributed and within the meaning of its utterance or sentence itself. There are two kinds of sense relation. They are syntagmatic and paradigmatic. Syntagmatic is a relation that deals with how each word should be arranged in meaning in order to give wider meaning. And the second is paradigmatic, where a word has set of possibilities and some sense in meaning with other words. Mary has kids, children, son or daughter, toddler of offspring. And the fourth is lexical and grammatical meaning. Lexical meaning is the meaning of individual word. Grammatical meaning is the meaning shown in a sentence by word arrangement and grammatical signals. Homonymy and polysemous. Homonymy is the relation between two words with identical form but different meaning. Lexical ambiguity. Lexical ambiguity, uh, same with polysemous, is a single word that associated with multiple sense relation. And the last is sentence meaning. Sentence meaning is a meaning that being implied by word in sentence that arrange in grammatical pattern. First, the meaning of a sentence derive from the meanings of its constituent lexeme and from the grammatical meanings it contains. And the second, at least if the sentence is a statement, if you know the meaning of the sentence, you know what conditions are necessary in the word for that sentence to be true. Okay, that's all for the review the first material, and I will continue to the second material about lexical semantic. Okay, the second material about lexical semantics. The first is the definition of lexical semantics. Lexical semantics is also known as lexicosemantics, is a subfield of linguistic semantics. It is the study of how and what the word of a language denote. This is referred to a syntax-semantic interface. The study of lexical semantics look at the first is the classification and decomposition of lexical items. The second is the difference and similarities in lexical semantic structure cross-linguistically, and the last is the relationships of lexical meaning to sentence meaning and syntax. The second is lexical relation, how meaning relate to each other. There are some meaning relate about lexical relation. There are hyponymy, hypernymy, synonymy, and antonymy. The first is hyponymy and hypernymy. Hyponymy and hypernymy refers to relationship between a general term and the more specific term that fall under the category of the general term. The example is red, green, yellow, blue. This is color. This is example about hypernymy. The second is synonymy. Synonymy refers to words that are pronounced and spelled differently but contain the same meanings. The example: happy, joyful, glad. And the third is antonymy. Antonymy refers to words that are related by having the opposite meanings to each other. The example is dead and alive, and long and short. The last is homonymy. Homonymy refers to the relationship between words that are spelled or pronounced the same way but hold different meaning. The example is bank or of river, bank or financial institution. Okay, that's all from me. That's all from my explanation about the material. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.